So hello everyone and welcome back to FTRL for round 3 of Formula Performance. This evening we are off to Baku, so Azerbaijan, the street circuit, for round 3. Previous 2 rounds we had Canada last week, and we've got a very tight top of the standings at the moment in performance. So it's extremely tight. There's a point separating the top 3, which is Scuba, believe it or not. He's had the Williams, and he's in the Williams again. So third week in a row for him, and if he keeps going the way he's going at the moment, I'm assuming it's going to be in it most of the season, if not all of the season, in the way he's going at the moment. So we'll see if he gets on tonight once again in the Williams. Also at the top of the standings we've got who is it? There's one other. Kieran. It's Kieran Trapp, who's also every week he seems to be getting quicker and quicker, so he's went down on the cars again this week, and he's now in the Haas, one of the slowest cars, it's about the slowest, and also Corboy's a place behind. He won last week pretty dominantly, so he is now in the Williams alongside Scuba. Wesker's moved up a little bit because he struggled a little bit in the Williams last week, understandably, so he's up into, I think it's the Alpha he's in. So a bit of movement in the cars for this evening compared to the last few weeks. A wee bit more movement. Well, there's no Mercedes this evening, and there's only one no, it's not McLaren. There's only one of something. I thought it was McLaren, but it's not McLaren. I can't bother checking, so I'm gonna have that. It's the Racing Point. It's a Racing Point, yeah. Only one Racing Point for this evening. So we've got the castle section to contend with this evening. We'll see how many collisions we get. Obviously performance at Baku tends to be a pretty good show. Usually a lot of incidents, and can throw up some pretty crazy results. Katamis is the first to start a flying lap on this. Everyone's on the soft tyres. Weird is usually not big of an issue. Also, it's not usually big of an issue around here is penalties. It's not too many places. Turn 1 you can get 1. At least the corners near the end of the lap, 1 or 2 there, I think. But the vast majority, this corner coming up as well, you can get 1. But the vast majority of the circuit is not too bad penalty wise. You usually get away without getting too many penalties here, especially compared to last week where we had Canada, which is notorious for getting police. So a lot of people got about 12, I think the average is about 9 seconds, maybe 3 penalties. So we shouldn't have as many penalties, according to those cars, but yeah, we shouldn't have as many this evening, but obviously we'll see as we go through. And also, as I noticed on Wednesday, I think it was, I can actually, as long you've got the little symbols, you can also see how many penalties people have got by having a little change of the setting in the details, so I can actually see comfortably who's got what penalties this evening as well. Yes, guys, hashtag teams up 100%. Katamis coming towards the end of his lap now. DRS, he's easily over 200 mph, 210 just about as he crosses the line, and he is the first man to set time, and it is a 1:40.559. Evening, Feber. Feber's absolutely rapid at the moment in GT2, joining for the performance stream. He is absolutely rapid at the moment. McMahon second to set a time at 1:41.7. He's coming round the final call. He's on the medium. Why does that say 50? Wesker 41.2, City Porsche 40.6. Aaron's on the medium, so we'll see what he can do. Alpha Tauri, he's struggled the last 2 weeks, so he's moved up a little bit in the car rankings to Alpha Tauri for the time being. And that is a very solid time. A 1:40.9 on the medium tyres is a very good time. He's just behind Kieran Trapp, who at the start of the season he was in, I think, the Ferrari, and he's I think it was the Ferrari or something, and he's been put down every week so far in terms of the car selections. He's he's quickly improving, and yeah, he's doing very, very well so far this season. So he's one to have a look at. Matt Carl saying that Aaron should obviously be permanently seated in the Mercedes. Wouldn't be surprised if I see Aaron in the chat soon giving Matt Carl a bit of stick for that. Casey Bernardes build up his up. Tom is on the medium tyre. He's in the Alpha Tauri. Podium predictions for Goy is T-Dog, which for anyone who doesn't know is Aaron. We had a thing where we were calling each other dogs, which was much to the annoyance of Pagani and a few others. Corboy manages to set just ahead of Catanese. He's about two 100ths of a second quicker than Catanese, but he's in the Williams, which is an incredibly good lap. But Goy, T-Dog extraordinaire, City Posh Blue Dog, and Smith Dog, which is T Smith. Yeah, any order. So yeah, I'm gonna go for Aaron to win this race. And I'm gonna go for City Posh to be second, and I might throw in a Pagani P3. Dan Morris saying Chubbs, Aaron and Scuba. Dan's having a really good season so far in Div 2. He had to play catch up on Wednesday. There was that massive contact at the beginning. Dan Morris is having a solid season as well. So quite a few people in the chat having solid seasons in different aspects of FTRL at the moment. Guy saying P-Dog. God, you know Pagani is going to absolutely hate you for that. Tom, through the middle sector, through the castle section, does it fairly nicely. Cuts enough of that corner. Doesn't unsettle it too much though. Coming to one of the trickiest corners on the circuit, other than the castle section. It's downhill corner. Doesn't usually curb on the inside, but comfortably does a nice job using all of the exits. Corners, and a very nice looking lap so far from Tom. At least the end of it looks very, very solid. Flat out all the way through these sections. Only time it's not flat out is in the wet. You know, just a tiny bit of a lift, but it's kind of flat out all the way throughout now. And he's over 200 miles an hour. Doesn't look to be anywhere near 41.9. Like, once again, Catamese are running an extremely fast setup on a straight line. It's 5 miles an hour quicker than Tom in the Alpha. That's a big, big chunk of time there. Catamese is trying to gain on the straights. Got 15 people watching already. Everyone could give a little like on the stream. That gives us a massive helping hand. Max coming around now. Middle sector heading towards the castle section. Comes towards it now. Not the quickest through there, must be said. A little bit pedestrian. Didn't really take much of the curbs either. Not really using much of the track on the exit. And the Red Bull Max. He missed last week. He was on holiday. I think he was kind of golfing holiday. He was in a golf competition, so I was aware. That's second sector. 16.5, and he's going to get a little bit of a slipstream off of, I think that is Aaron, possibly directly in front of him. I think it might be either Aaron or Lennon, one of the two. It's directly in front of him, and he's gaining a really nice little slipstream down the start-finish straight here, and it's going to help him massively. And he comes across the line, and it's going to be a 141 flat. He gained at least half a second, I'd say, there on that straight using the slipstream. VER Kelvin P4. Now he won his first. Oh, he's popped up. Turn 1 is that? It is turn 1. So he won his first race. He wasn't here last week though. But he had a really good first race. If I remember rightly, he didn't qualify particularly well. It was Bahrain, and he did the 1 stop. Everyone else did the 2 stop. And then up everyone else. There was a few 1 stops. From people that qualified outside the top 10. But Casey Bernard, 140.2, is someone who has improved quite a bit recently. and he's on the Racing Point, which is a pretty nifty car, so you have to say this season. Particularly round Baku, usually does really good round Baku in real life, obviously. Nifty in the straights, and it seems to like the corners around here, but at times been obliterated by Katamis, who goes into the 139s. Now, Katamis, evening Mike, Katamis, as I said, with his setup choice, will be, I think, very, very quick in qualifying, as he's shown at the moment. But when the tyre wear sets in, that car's not going to feel particularly nice, having a very low downforce setup, very high straight line speed, top speed. That's not going to feel very nice in tyre wear. As much as Katamis, I think, could well get pole here with the pace he's shown at the moment, he's going to really struggle, I think, when it comes to tyre wear. But in the Renault, which is a very mid-pack car, in this game it's 6th fastest, if I remember right. So that's a really, really solid time that from Katamis. Lennon pops himself up, well, it was P2, but it's now P3. And the Alpha Tauri, as Aaron has just beat Katamis, just under half a tenth in the Alpha Tauri on the soft tyre, and he's set a 139.682. As he just under half a tenth ahead of Katamis, so he's up in P1. And the Alpha Tauri's doing a good job on it. Wester's one to keep an eye on as well. He's set a 1 minute 40.3, I think he's on in lap, I believe now. City Posh in round sector 2. Sector 1 he was a 10th up and really aggressive for the castle section. Now that is exactly how you want to be taking the castle section there from City Posh. Hooked that up very nicely indeed there from City Posh. He comes round now, all these left-handers, fast left-handers, and it's downhill left-hander, really tricky corner, gets the braking done nicely, gets it turned in, oh, right onto the edge of the wall. Took as much as he dared there, and a massive chunk of time up there, a full 9.5 times. It's been an excellent sector that from City Posh, absolutely planted that car, flying through the castle section, flying that downhill left-hander, taking as much track as possible, and he comes across the line. I think this might just about beat Katamis' time, and it's going to be a 1:39.632. So he just beats Aaron and Katamis and pops himself up into provisional pole with just over 5 minutes remaining. Good lap that from City Posh. Kieran sadly has invalidated. Kelvin's on Andy on a lap. He's down on his top. Breasure Daddy, is he on a lap? He is indeed. So watch Breasure Daddy in the Ferrari. I think he retired last week. Oh, he did. He had. He was the one that caused that chaos in the end. I think he had a moment at the Wall of Champions on the inside. I think he had a moment around there. Doesn't use the full of the inside there at the chicane. Wasn't the best run through the chicane there, but it was all right. Can take a little bit more of that corner. Oh, nudges the wall. That's going to hit the wall. Oh, he avoided that actually just about, but he got his line wrong, and he's still got his line wrong. It's been a very scruffy middle sector here from Breasure Daddy. He's kind of got the lines wrong for the middle sector. He's took too much of certain curves, and he put them off for the next corners. Tapped the wall on the outside as well. Well, he took a lot of curve there as well on the outside. Breasure Daddy now flat out now through the rest of the lap. 3 minutes left, so this is probably going to be Breasure Daddy's one and only lap here for qualifying. So important lap from Breasure Daddy here, and it wasn't the best middle sector, but we'll see what he comes across the line and does. It is going to be a 1:40.4, so it's not bad actually. Pops him up to P7, so that's not a bad lap. Kelvin is on his lap now. We saw he was on an out lap before we went on board with Breasure Daddy, so he is coming to, that's turn 3 and now towards turn 4, right hander, and then he's got the first sector split, and he's going to have this little chicane to deal with before that tightens up quite quickly. He's a lot of curb on the inside, very nicely done through there. We'll go on board, shall we, for it's very tricky tricky section in the castle section. How committed is he through here? Oh, too committed is the answer. Kelvin has absolutely smashed into the wall, and that is gonna be his qualifying done. I think he's lost wing. I would assume he's lost wing. For that. Yes, so that is going to be his kind of qualifying round now, to be honest. He's not going to have any more laps now. Max is on a lap at the moment. Is he on a lap? No, he's not on a lap, sorry. Kind of different, not that lap. Pagani's on an out lap. Struggling a little bit so far down there in P13. Casey Bernard's on a lap through the castle section. It's going to be his last lap as well. A good first time up in P5. Can he improve? If he finds a 10, he can move up to P4, but it's a big half a second to the top 3. So we need an excellent middle sector here. Oh, hit the wall there on the outside, but he's a full 8/10 of a second up. So this is Corboy's disqualified. What's Corboy done? Oh, I don't know what Corboy's done, but Casey Bernard was well on course for what was going to be pole position, but then he's had a massive tank slapper on the exit there of what was technically, well, it's kind of the final corner. So is this going to be pole? It is just behind City Posh. That would have comfortably been a pole position if it wasn't for that mistake he made there at the end of the lap. But solid pace from Bernard. Can Aaron respond and get back on that pole position he was on for a few minutes earlier in the session? He's a 10th up, which is enough. There's a lot of the curb on the inside there. How committed is he? Oh, beautiful. Nicely done the lines as well, using the curb on the inside to drag his car round. Flat out all the way down to the next corner. How much curb does he take? Not much. Not as committed as some of the others have seen, but very nice and tidy though. And he is a full 3, nearly 4 temps. So comfortably on course of pole position at the moment. But Katamis has set a 1:39.3. But I think as it stands, I think Aaron might be on course to beat that just about. Aaron on course for pole position at the moment, I think. And he comes across the line. It's going to be close, and it just is. It's 39.2. So provisional pole for the moment. Katamis is P2. City Posh has just started his lap. He was one of the last to start his lap. Kieran Trapp has crossed the finish line. He's finished his. He's in P9 at the moment. Brescia Daddy, VER, Kelvin also finished their qualifying sessions. As we said earlier on, Cowboy has been disqualified. Scuba is on a lap, but he's on the medium tyres. City Posh is just down on his lap at the moment. Katamis is retired, so Katamis is finished his. Can't improve anymore. Bernard's in the pits. Max has finished his lap. He's at 1:40.125. So the qualifying is done. Lennon, Wesker still on the lap. So Captain Charles Pagani, Matman, Tom, and T. Smith and Scuba. Aaron's all done. 1:39.2. So let's see if City Posh can improve by 3.5 temps, 4 temps. So Nick Pole away from Aaron. He's going to come towards the second sector split. It looks like a good lap so far, and he's 1/10, just over a 10th and a half up. It's going to need a mighty last sector, but it looks like it's going to be Aaron that's going to have the pole position at the moment. No one seems to be improving much. Anyone else? Tom improves up to P9. City Posh was P10, but then Wesker jumps up a bit. Pagani's jumped up. Lennon's jumped up to 39.678. And City Posh, I never even saw what happened. I was too busy looking. City Posh hasn't managed to jump Aaron there. So Aaron takes pole position at a 1:39.269. Captain Chubb's right at the end there as well. So it's a 1:39.281. Only 12 1,000ths of a second behind Aaron. Katamis P3. City Posh was just behind Katamis. Really close top 4. Casey Bernard to P5. Lennon just behind him in P6. And I've got Max, Pagani, Wesker, Tom rounding out the top 10. T. Smith for the first man of free tyre choice in P11. Brescia Daddy P12. only got the one lap in. Kelvin P13, Kieran P14, Matman P15, Scuba's away down in P16 in the Williams, and Cowboy sadly got disqualified in P17. No idea why. Anyone get any podium predictions for the race? Obviously we've already seen Goy's and Dan's as well, so there's Chubbs, Aaron and Scuba I think as well, so we'll get 2 already. I've already gave mine of Aaron, City Posh and Pagani. To be honest, anything can happen at Baku. You can predict anything. We've had a couple of crazy races beforehand, especially in Div 2. And the races I've been involved with in Baku have been absolutely ridiculous. I always remember Goy's moment. There's multiple cars crashed in that race. Bread saying Aaron, City Posh Blue and Scuba. Oof. That's a ballsy prediction, Scuba from P16, but on we go here from the formation lap, having a look at the tyres quickly. P11, P12 and P13, T Smith, Bread, Zidadi and Kelvin all going for the hards. Pardon me. P14 to P17 all going for the mediums. So that shows you what everyone's thinking tyre wise. Safety car between laps 1 and lap 3 Goy saying, and he's saying hashtag Phil Goy in the chat. So Aaron starts on pole and he's got the 2 Reynolds of Captain Chubbs and Catamese directly behind him. Then gets City Posh Blue starting P4 in the Haas. Casey Bernard starts P5. I think he's probably going to be a little bit disappointed seeing him in the chat. He really had a big moment in the last corner, and I think he would have been very close to pole position if not on pole. Lennon P6. I think he said there wasn't much left in his lap at all. Max is starting P7, everyone's favourite Belgian. Pagani starts P8. I fancy Pagani to move up a little bit, but Catamese, I've just remembered, is one of the best starters, so watch out for him at turn 1. He might be pretty solid in turn 1, but there's not a big run down to turn 1 in fairness. Wesker starts P9, all Alpha 5th row. T Smith first of man of 3 tyre choice, and he's went for the hard alongside Regis Daddy and Kelvin in the yellow McLaren, and Kieran is P14. He's the first on the mediums, as well as Matman and the 2 Williams at the back. Scuba for a good lap, sadly he qualified on the mediums though, and Cowboy got disqualified as well, so we don't really get to see the full potential either. But Aaron is the man to watch at the moment, starting on pole position. He's got Captain Chubbs directly behind him. A very fast starting Catamese in P3. Catamese getting a jump on them both. As I say, it's not a particularly long run down this. It's a hell of a long kind of straight. Yeah, the starting grid is very close to the start of turn 1. So we'll see if he can do this. A tough ask, I think, to get a jump, but also get City Posh P4. Bernard's get better pace than I think he showed in qualifying as well, so watch him for him possibly. But as we all know, it's Baku. Anything can happen in Baku, so we'll see how we get on. How many safety cars, how many virtual safety cars will we see at Baku for round 3 of performance? The final cars coming line up. Williams just coming in at the background of the shot, just coming in now to line up for round 3 of performance. That's all done. There we go. So should be coming on. There we go. 4, 5 red lights. I'm away for round 3. Very quick start. Aaron seems to get a decent start. Catamese seems to have got a decent start as well. Catamese has jumped ahead of Captain Chubbs. We'll get City Posh still in P4. Captain Chubbs has still got P3. We'll get the Alpha Tauri of Lennon having a look at City Posh down the inside. A lot of ghosting going in the background. Then you've got Casey Bernard, I think, is still in P6. as there's a yellow flag in the background. I think that might be for Matman or Breja Daddy. Matman it is. Matman's crashed near the start, and we've got a virtual safety car already after a couple of corners as Max and Tom have had a collision, and both got a 5-second penalty. Pagani has picked up a penalty as well in the process, I think, of all that, but that didn't take long, did it? Virtual safety car after a couple of corners. Aaron is still in the lead. Ignore the left, fix itself there. But as I said, Catamese jumped one of them, but didn't manage to jump Aaron. So he's up to P2. Captain Chubbs P3. City Posh managed to keep P4. Lennon managed to jump up ahead of Casey Bernard. They swap positions. Pagani is P7. Wesker's P8. Max is down in P9. But as we go, green flag will go back to the front. See how Catamese can make a move possibly on Aaron. Captain Chubbs really close to the back. City Posh has been left a little bit in the background. He's a little bit off the back, but he's off the bit again. Catamese though, with the very fast car in a straight line, I think is going to be making a move here down the inside possibly for turn 1. No DRS obviously, but with his extremely quick car in a straight line, he's absolutely waltzed past. What was that, Aaron in the pits? Did Aaron get wing damage? Ooh! Aaron must have had wing damage. It does, he's had wing damage, so Aaron's sadly lost the lead of the race. He's had wing damage. Max and Breja Daddy have also in the pits, so Captain Chubbs and Catamese are your front two. Catamese's just ahead of Captain Chubbs at the moment. Wesker's not in P3, it's messed up again. We've got Casey Bernard just in front of him. We should have City Posh Blue in P3, just, ignore the bit on the left. So there you are, City Posh Blue, P3, just behind Captain Chubbs. Lennon's in P4, Casey Bernard's P5 now. We've got Wesker and Tom, P6 and P7. Pagani's had a moment somewhere. Is he pitted possibly? Go away from the position change now, we're going to the tyres. See, yeah, Pagani has pitted as well, he was one of the ones that pitted. So sadly, a massive amount of pit stops here on lap 1. 5 drivers to be precise. But Catamese leads. Just ahead of Captain Chubbs still, you've got Wesker having a look at Casey Bernard, quite close to the back of him, down the straight. And 4/10 away. And make a move. His DRS is now activated. He doesn't seem to be gaining much. He's not using it. Why is he not using DRS? That's a polygon. Looks like a battle here into turn 1. Not quite making a move on Kieran there. Scuba up to P11, starting on the mediums. Kelvin's the first on the hard runners, first not on the soft tyres, so take that cork in the bottle for the soft runners after they come out to ditch those softs eventually. See how long they can last out. Kieran's not far behind this McLaren as well in front of him. He's got Scuba and Cowboy both in the Williams just behind them as they come through the middle sector. Chicane, got the right hand out, leads on to the castle section to come up. Now, Williams looking racy behind him. Past Kieran. First time I've really seen Kieran in a really slow car, pretty slow car, so see how he gets on and see if he can defend. What you can really do, mind you, when you come to the start finish straight sometimes. Catamese is just starting this run on the straight. City Posh Blue is within touching distance of both of them. DRS is going to be activated, so they're both going to be closing, but I don't think they're going to have enough Wesker on Bernard, who's also on Lennon. Lennon bails out. Wesker maybe having a look at Bernard, doesn't manage it. Awful camera angle. Scuba still just behind Kieran. Doesn't horrendous camera angle as Aaron sets fast lap of the race on the mediums. He's up in P12 now after his pit stop he had to make. Both these guys closing in at the back of the McLarens now. Oh, T Smith, oh, I thought he locked up. He did have a big lock up there, and that is gonna not help T Smith at all. He's smashed into the wall, and his virtual safety car's come out now. T Smith has crashed, so that's going to be another incident, another virtual safety car, and retirement for T Smith. Katame's still in the lead from Captain Chubbs, so the race has been neutralised. For the time being, safety car. So will anyone dive into the pits? You never know. Safety car. Max has been speeding under the virtual safety cars will go green, so he's got a drive-through penalty. Katame's comfortably going to be still ahead though. Turn 1, we've got Wesker on Bernard. I think this might be a move, possibly down the inside. Oh, he's going to defend to the inside actually, so he's going to have to go round the outside here, Wesker. As they come into turn 1, Casey Bernard's going to defend the inside line comfortably. Nice defending. Easy work for Casey Bernard. He's going to have more DRS though. Scuba and Kieran Trapp are having a battle as well. They go side by side into turn 2. Scuba's got the move done though. Wesker's not been able to make that move on Casey Bernard yet. He's going to have to sit patiently in P5 behind him. Captain Chubbs trying to have still trying to catch up right to the back of Katame's and overtaking, but he's not been able to yet. It's like Posh still hovering in the background of this as well. Kieran Trapp down in P9 after Scuba's overtook him now. And Max is pitted for a drive-through. Lennon's come out on the hard tyres. He's looking for a very early stop off of those soft tyres. Captain Chubbs right on the back now. Katame's is very, very close. He's so close to the back of him. Touch oversteer in entry there, but managed to control it enough. This is the closest he's been, but remember Katame's does have that extremely good top speed setup, so as you can see initially it will move away, but then he's went up to 4 times, but then as when he gets in the proper slipstream and DRS on the back of Katame's, he'll start to gain as Katame's bails out in the pits, and so does City Posh. But Captain Chubbs obviously couldn't come into the pits there. He's had to double stack at Renault, so he's had to carry on for another lap. But Katame's and City Posh have come in, and what's happening? Kieran again got who's done that directly behind him. He's got Cowboy behind him. He's got Kelvin in front of him. Scuba's displaced Kelvin now. Got up to P4 for the time being. Obviously he's not pitted yet. He started on the medium tyre. Katame's is on the hards and he's P8. Oh, City Posh in the back of him there. City Posh is on the mediums, so it's slightly different. Casey Bernard has pitted as well. He's on the mediums. He's got Lennon 3.8 behind. He's on the hards. And Aaron's up into P10 and he's just behind City Posh. So even though he's pitted, he's got the pace and he's still not out of this race yet. Aaron is. He's still got a chance here. Keep an eye on this battle between Katame's and City Posh though, see if they can make any moves. Kieran's on the back of Kelvin though. Kelvin seems to be struggling at this point in the race. Evening, Zom. Yeah, Kelvin doesn't seem to be liking those hard tyres much at the moment. Lovely camera, helicopter shot there. Kelvin's hovering just, he's inside the DRS range again of Scuba, so okay, more struggle to overtake. But let's go over Katamis now. He's closing into the back of Corboy, and Captain Chubbs is pitted, so Corboy, I don't think he's going to defend it, he's going to come into the pits actually as well. So Corboy comes in on his medium tyre, it's not lasted long, has it? Right, well, where's Katamis going to come out in relation to Captain Chubbs? Comfortably ahead by the look of it. There's Captain Chubbs there, he comes out behind City Posh, so City Posh has managed to jump Captain Chubbs up into P2, and he's now got Katamis directly in his sight, so that undercut has worked. Obviously Captain Chubbs didn't really have much of a choice, to be honest, because it would have cost him more to pit at that lap, obviously, even having a double stack. It takes longer than the 3 seconds, obviously, with the pit stop, because the engine does take a while, so it takes about, I can't lose about 5-6 seconds, to be honest, so didn't have much of an option, did he? Have to go an extra lap, but City Posh nearly pushing Katamis around there, and they're going to go side by side. It's not really an overtaking spot. I think City Posh thought better of it. They don't really want to be making a move around there. Maybe extremely brave. Oh, Katamis a little bit ballsy there into the castle section, and very, very nearly lost a bit of his wing on the outside. City Posh though looks very recent at this point. Captain Chubbs is already on the background. Pagani has come a cropper at the castle section, just seen it, went on board there with Cowboy, and Pagani is a victim of the castle section and one of the first of, you know, if not the first. So there we go. Pagani has DNF'd alongside T Smith. There goes my podium position. Virtual safety car for the third time already, and we are just about on lap 8, sorry now. So that's going to help Tom, Kieran, quite a few of the guys have come in now, which is going to help them. So as I say, Tom, Kieran, Aaron's come in as well. And he pitted earlier, so he's thought he can get half a free pit stop basically. As well, so he's come in. Captain Chubbs will be billing that didn't happen at half a lap earlier. Oh, Tom's got a drive for penalty as well now for speeding under the virtual safety car. A few of them are coming a cropper to the virtual safety car, sadly, and speeding under it, which is around a few races. Max also had that, which is why he's miles off the back in P15. Matt Man seems to be also struggling at the moment in the Red Bull and P14 and on the hards. City Posh, Captain Chubbs come towards the castle section. Katamis was very close to the edge of that wall again. Where has Aaron come out? Aaron's come out just behind Kieran, who also pitted, I think, on that kind of virtual safety car period there. 4 boys in P12. Scuba's currently leading the race, but he, one of the guys that has not pitted yet. He's wanting to go long, but Aaron's nearly pushing Kieran round here, and he's wanting to get a move on. No, I don't think he's going to make a move here. He's much more sensible than that, Aaron, to make a move around there. He's just going to wait for the straight, get the DRS, and have an easy overtake. Going to be an easy move here. This is going to be possibly the easiest of the day, and he's already passed before the DRS. Using a bit of overtake, and he's now got the DRS. It's going to, well, it's not going to come on yet actually. Oh, Kieran's got it because Aaron got past him before the DRS line. Oh, that's why. Oh. Maybe you could have timed that slightly better there, Aaron. Put yourself a little bit at risk there being re-overtook, but managed to keep it. Katamis P3 has caught up to the back of Kelvin. who's on 8 lap hards, and as they come into this chicane, Katami's is going to be looking for a way past. Captain Jump did close up to the back of that sponge. He is still there, but he's lost a little bit of pace. Katami's down the inside of Kelvin, and now City Posh is going to be wanting to get a move on. Kelvin really struggling through the castle section. City Posh looks comfortably the quickest in the track at the moment in terms of like the battle for the lead. I think Katami's will struggle at the end of the stint because of the kind of setup he's running. As City Posh, oh, he's having a look at me inside. Oh, you don't want to be making a move down the inside of that. It's a really dangerous place to be trying to go. Well, City Posh has got a really good run at the final corner. Kelvin's had a dodgy run at the final corner, and he's going to have to use his overtake here. He's going to need to get past this man in front of him very, very quickly. I think he's going to have it very quickly as well, and he's got a little bit of slipstream off of Katami in front, but they're still going side by side in fairness. City Posh is going to have to go all the way around the outside, and he does do it very nicely. Good job by City Posh. That was a really important move, and now you've got a really important move coming up here for Captain Chubbs. He needs to get a move on past Kelvin as Aaron once again sets the fastest lap of the race in P9. He's quickly got away from Kieran, he just overtook. Captain Chubbs though hadn't been able to find a way through Kelvin yet. So sadly he's still losing time now. As you can see, Kelvin's already through DRS range of City Posh. Captain Chubbs is losing ground by the second at the moment here on these guys ahead of him, and he's not going to be able to get past until probably the straight, which is going to cost me even more. He might think about a move down here though, and he's got a really good run. Kelvin seems to be running at a pretty good top speed. He's not gaining anywhere near enough. He's going to have to sit and wait for the straight. It's 1.5 seconds there, the gap between Kelvin and City Posh. He's lost a fair chunk of time there. Posh might be trying to look for a move on Katniss, but Katniss is running really quick set up, so he's been able to hold off people when they come behind him. But Captain Chubbs is going to waltz past the McLaren in front of him. He's got the DRS now, perfectly timed by him, and he pulls out down the inside, and he's already passed before turn 1 as he comes back across towards the racing line. City Posh hasn't been able to make the move as we expected. Wesker P7, got Leniher on board by now. P8 on the hards. Wesker on 3 lap fresher hards though. Getting up for a very early stop. I'm not sure he had a bit of wind damage. Aaron pitted under that virtual safety car. And he's on fresh mediums in fairness, so he has got, and he's got good pace, but he's probably going to be wanting to hope for a bit of a safety car here, which I'd be surprised if we don't get. But as of yet, it's been virtual safety cars. We're still right behind the back academies. There's a castle section. Push is so much more aggressive into the castle section. Takes so much extra pace, and Captain Chubbs has caught really quickly up to the back of Academies and City Posh. So I mean, Academies is obviously struggling a little bit here for pace now. As I said, I think he would struggle a little bit here towards the end. Who's the sector? I think it was Matman actually. I think Matman's had a bit of a moment. Look at this though, a three-way battle which is going to be for the net race. In fairness though, Scooper's actually got away a bit from Catamies, which is just showing you Kelvin's not far off the back as well, and you've got Casey Bernard coming as well towards these three. So I think this is really important for the race here for City Posh, because Catamies is just, he's struggling a bit here for pace at the moment, and he's just, he's not going particularly well at the moment. Kelvin comes into the pits. Quite a bit held up here, I think, in City Posh. He's got DRS and he's not been able to get a really good run, so he's just with that said, he's just not at the straight line speed to get past him. So you know, Camis is not an easy person to overtake. So Kelvin's come out at P12. He's fitted the mediums on, and he's just behind Tom, who's not long pitted himself. Now, Scuba, by the looks of it, is comfortably going for a one-stop. He's going to be putting on the hard shortly, I imagine, and he'll be going to the end. So he's doing the one-stop on the Williams, very close to the edge. Lovely camera angle, showing you down on the floor, down on the track. See what happens into the cast section. Once again, no. Said was resumed for the three behind. To get closer and closer together as they head towards the straight. Will anyone be able to actually make a move? It's been a lot of just sitting behind each other, not being able to really do anything between these three so far. City Porsche got a decent exit there this time in fairness. As you can see, Katamis, the gap just builds up throughout until the DRS zone. It was 3 times and it's now at 6 times. He just gets such an extra advantage. So City Porsche once again is not going to be able to make a move here. He's gaining, but he's not going to be gaining enough. He's come towards turn 1. Trying to get his position again. Tom gaining quickly in the back of Cowboy though. So that's going to be a move, I think, here on this straight. Difference in tyres, roughly the same length, but different tyre compound. But on the hards, so right, it's come towards turn 1. He's just about got, I think, down the inside. Cowboy might think about defending and trying to go back down the inside. He's thinking about it. He's going to have to hold it around the outside here, and he's going to, I think Cowboy's going to have the DRS actually. Yes, Cowboy's got the DRS, so Tom is going to have to find a way past another way. Cowboy very nicely defended that, and the Williams keeps P10 for the moment. Stick on board with this. I don't think anything's happening for those three at the moment. They're quite happy just following each other. Scuba carries on though. Still in P1. Actual safety car would come in handy for Scuba right now. Not a safety car. Not too. Tom. 6 times. Closing now. Good exit. Towards DRS straight. Cowboy's just outside the DRS range of Kieran. Max pitted. City Porsche is pitted. Which is a very short stint on the medium tyre. He's going for the undercut. I think he thinks he can go a lot quicker. I don't blame him there. I do think he can go a bit quicker. I think Catney just holding him up a bit. He just couldn't get past him. Well, this is going to be, I think, a move this time. He's already past here. It's going to be a bit earlier this move, and he's going to have it comfortably done by turn 1 this time. As Tom dispossesses. Oh, he's outbroke himself. Oh, he nearly hit the wall. Oh, he's lost that place, and he's also lost the place to Kelvin as well. He massively outbroke himself there. That was a massive lock-up, massive mistake that there. Very nearly hit the wall, but he's going to have to try and get past Kelvin now. Now Cowboy has got City Porsche just in front of him. He has just pitted in front of the Hearts, and he's going to have to get past Kieran. If he's wanting to make these hard tyres have that really good bit of grip at the start, possibly undercut, he really needs to get a move on here. You've also got Aaron closing on Wesker. Look at this battle here. We've got Aaron, Wesker and Lennon close together as well, and then we'll get City Porsche closing in the back as they go side by side. Aaron down the inside of Wesker. Wesker moved over a little bit there on Aaron. Now Aaron's going to have a possible chance at overtaking Lennon now as well. What's happening with City Porsche? He's very close to the back as well. But Aaron, though, he's going to be the first to have a chance to make an overtake where the DRS is getting no ERS though, in fairness. So I don't think he's going to be able to make an overtake. He is not. We'll jump on board with this battle here. City Porsche quickly closing in the back of Kieran. Now how will he time this? He can get the DRS perfectly. Just he's about to overtake. He's gaining, and he's going to get the DRS, and he's already passed now, alongside and passed, and he's going to have the place comfortably done by turn 1. A little bit wide on the exit, but he managed to keep it on the track. Back on board by Aaron. We'll see how Aaron can get past Lennon for P5. Both out for Tauris. Close together. Scuba's had a disconnect. Scuba has had a disconnect. So the man who was going so well in the Williams hat seemingly disconnected as those three get past him. Casey Milan's close and quite a bit as well. I did mention he was closing in, but he's in the DRS range now. But massive shame there for Scuba. If we can get in quickly. Aaron right on the back of Lennon still. He's a lot closer this time though, and he's been able to save a bit of ERS this lap. He had nothing last time after he got past Wesker. Wesker's dropped off the back, so I think Aaron will get a move done this time around. Porsche has cleared Kieran quite quickly, 1.6 seconds. But Academies and Captain Chubbs have decided not to pit yet and respond to that attempt. Aaron has a long side, as you can see, and there we go. Goes back on the racing line. Easy move as Scuba has those cars pitted. There we go. He's rejoined now. Casey Bernard has pitted as well, but Scuba rejoined quickly. He's pitted a bit on soft tyres, which he's not going to be happy about that. Those loads are probably not going to get to the end, I don't think, but you never know. He might be able to get into the end. Captain Chubbs is still on the back of Academies. Sticky Porsches. Oh, yellow flag. Who's that for? Yeah, it's from Max, I think. Max has binned it. Max has absolutely binned it. Virtual safety car. For some weird reason, my intervals have broke, which is fantastic. Which is not helpful in the slightest. I'm hoping that with this virtual safety car, that when Academies crosses a line the next time, which he's about to do now, that it's going to reset it and it's going to come back. Because at the moment, it's pretty impossible for me to, unless I go and blow at everyone, to find out where the distance. Oh, there we go, it's back. Thought it would have. What happened to it? Disappeared. Right. So, virtual safety car. Will anyone pit? Oh, Kelvin's had a drive through. Alright, different. Speeding under the virtual safety car. Becoming a bit of a theme. Now, Academies still leads. And Captain Chubbs. And then Lennon P3 and P4. Wesker's P5. Casey Bernard just pitted. He's P6. Now he's interestingly. And under that virtual safety car, I think he pitted there in fairness. So he's got a jump on City Porsche. So that's not helped City Porsche, that. Scuba's actually caught in front of him as well. Obviously he's on these soft tyres. Whether he can get them to the end, I'm not entirely sure, but we'll see. Poor boy Tom on the back of Kieran. Tom's got a run on Kieran in fairness. He needs to be brave going down the inside of there. He's thinking about it. Oh, what is he doing? Why are you doing that? no point trying to make a move down the inside of there. Unless you've got like a massive amount of grip and you've near past them already, there's no point in diving down the inside that late. Really got caught out of it there. Early broke it. That could have ended very, very badly indeed. But Cowboy having to back out a little bit there. A moment in the background on the exit. Well, this looks like it's going to be a very straightforward move here from Tom on Kieran now. Tom already gaining on him. He's got the DRS coming now. Waits for the DRS to activate and then he will go down the inside, I'm assuming. He's gaining, down the inside he goes, and he's just about got the move done. He's going to try and hold it around the outside. In fairness, he's managed to hold it. Kieran still around the outside. Tom's still there. He's still around the outside. I think Tom's going to have the DRS. Tom down the inside of slight bit of contact, but they managed to get through, and Tom manages to just about get through unscathed from that battle. Cowboy and now try and get past Kieran, I'm sure. And the battle out front between the Renaults is still the same. Nothing seems to be happening. They're just comfortable. And now I've got a straight coming up. Captain Chubbs does seem to have a similar type of setup to Academy, so he is close. And he has got the overtake, and he has got DRS, so this might be the closest we're going to get here. Well, we've got so far, put it that way. He's still not close enough though, is he? He's gaining, he is gaining, but what about it? But it's as you are. I mean, we eventually will get one of them overtaken. Like said, people should get fed up with it. Just decided to come in. Let's go for this battle between Cowboy and Kieran. Cowboy is going to have the DRS. And he's gaining quickly on Kieran. He's going to go to the outside, but I think he's going to be away and past by turn 1. He is indeed. So no chance for Kieran to defend this time. Cowboy was already past him and long gone by turn 1, so Captain Chubbs picks up a penalty. They did say there wasn't going to be many penalties, I don't think, around here. Captain Chubbs, that could decide the race here. Academy's hasn't got one yet. Captain Chubbs will have to get past the man and take 3 seconds out of him, which at the moment looks unlikely. I imagine these front two might... Will they come in or will they go to the end? I think they'll probably try and go to the end from now, to be honest. A safety car right now would make this very interesting. In fairness though, Aaron's still pretty close to the back of these two. Now, he's going to have to go an awfully long way on those mediums still. And the guys in front of the halves might get to the end. Aaron's going to struggle. He is going to struggle. The Cowboy's caught up to the back of Tom now. Hopefully made the move on Kieran. Come down towards the straight though, and he's going to have DRS again, Cowboy. It's going to be 2 moves and 2 laps. Though, is he coming into the pits? Tommy is on the inside. I'm not sure he's just defending that line. He is going into the pits. I thought he was making that clear. He was going into the pits there. So he comes in, and he's not confident to get those mediums to the end. So he's probably going to put on a set of softs towards the last 6 or so laps of this race. And Captain Chubbs on the back still of Academy's, but with that penalty, Bridger Daddy. Oh, here we go, safety car. Oh. Interesting. Now, here we go. We said it would make things interesting. Now, Bridger Daddy, he did it last week. He made it interesting towards the end. It looks like we're going to have another 3 or 4 lap shootout, and I assume every single one of these are going to come in and put on a set of soft tyres. I think you'd be stupid otherwise, to be honest. Imagine everyone's going to, especially these front two, will everyone come in and put on a set of softs towards the end here. Going to be a 3 or 4 lap shootout. This could make things very, very tasty towards the last few laps here. We're going to have once again a shootout towards the end, and Katamis, I'm hoping he comes into the pits, and he's on the inside, and I'm assuming a look at his car, way on the inside, he is coming into the pits. Captain Chubbs is going to have to do the next lap though, because he's going to have to do. Not even worth it. Aaron's in as well, understandably. Lennon's in, Wesker's in, Casey Bernard is in, oh they're all in, Scuba's in, City Posh is going to be in as well here. Every single driver is going to be in the pits here. Corboy, this is going to be the definition of a shootout towards the end of this race. Every one of these drivers are going to come on the soft tyres. Look at all the softs going on to the cars at the moment. Corboy in as well, Kieran's in, Kelvin in as well. So every single driver right now, other than Captain Chubbs, who sadly is gonna see this. He's made a mistake here, Captain Chubbs, because he's gonna have to come into the pit stops here. He's gonna have to come and pit and put softs on, and instead of losing 4 or 5 seconds, he's gonna lose 10-15 seconds here, and he's going to drop, instead of dropping P3, P4 because of the situation, because he was obviously had Renault in front of him, he's now going to be, I think, P6 or P7 when he comes in, possibly here when he comes in, because he's going at such a slow pace under that safety car that Katamis is already cut to behind him, and then Katamis has got a free pit stop on. Captain Chubbs has shot himself in the foot here by not pitting and not double stacking. He's did the right thing the first time around, not double stacking, but this has ruined his race here. No doubt about it. Now, after having pitted very early on with wing damage, Aaron could still win this race. He's going to have a Katamis who is rapid in a straight line to deal with, and nobody as of yet has managed to get past him. The Captain Chubbs, I'm assuming, is going to come into the pits here, and is going to drop at least in a P6, P7, P8. He's on the inside. That means he's making his intentions clear. He is indeed. Such a shame. But, and he's also got a 5-second time penalty for speeding in the pit lane. Just to add to his woes, Captain Chubbs' race has went from brilliant to absolutely awful in the space of a lap here. He's lost P2, and he'll be lucky if he finishes in the top 10 now, with that penalty he's got. He's come out in P9, and he has got that penalty as well, and with this looking likely to be a 4-lap sprint, because I'm assuming it's going to come in at the end of this lap, so we're going to have 23 to 26 to go, 4 laps for Katamis to hold out everyone on fresh softs. Sprint to the end now. This is Aaron's chance. Can he win a race? A good comeback from having to pit in lap 1. Into lap 1. This has benefited Scuba as well, obviously, with Scuba's situation with him lagging out by the look of it, disconnecting. He's now back in P6, where he roughly would have come out in fairness and put on, I'd assume. I don't think he'd have put on the softs in that situation, but he has got away with that lag. And he's P6 now, and he's got a chance still to make up some more ground, possibly a restart here in the last few laps. McMahon is going to be catching up to. He's to try and catch up to the back of these, but I'm assuming this safety car is going to come in now. No, it's not. It's going to carry on. It's going to let Matman catch up to the back. So it's going to... I expected it to be a 4-lap sprint. It's going to be a 3-lap sprint. Yeah, it's going to carry on for another lap safety car. So Matman's going to get right to the back of the field. Yep. That's a glitch in the timing, but not doing it way. Closing up. Go. Hopefully we'll get a decent restart, because obviously we can get penalties at restarts, as we've seen plenty of times, and obviously with it, safety car being right at the end, penalties will make a huge difference. So we've seen people getting penalties, collisions and such. Will anyone be able to get past categories in a straight line? That is the big question. That is, and the thing is as well, they're all going to have the full ERS under this safety car, so it's not like if Aaron had full ERS and Catamies didn't have much, then you might be able to get past them. But with both full ERS, it's going to be a tough ask, I think, getting past Catamies. Can Catamies hold out? Or will anyone be able to get past them? So we get Wesker P4, Casey Bernard P5, Scuba P6, City Posh 7, Tom 8, Captain Chubbs 9, we've got Clawboy, Kelvin, Kieran and Matman. 4 retirements so far at Baku. That's not a bad total in fairness for Baku. Had races where we've had 7 or 8 finishes on it in Baku, so 13 at the moment, only 4 retirements. I think Matman is right. Sector 2 at the moment. But obviously backing up, Catamies is going to back the pack up soon. He's still going to be catching Matman, so I think Matman is going to just catch up towards the end. Safety car will be in this lap, I assume. It's going to come now. It is. Oh, Catamies start backing the pack up nicely. Aaron staying well out of the way of Catamies, so he doesn't. Catamies maintaining his speed. Nobody has any contact yet. Catamies has unleashed it. Matman hasn't managed to catch up at the back. Catamies is gone now. He's going to have Aaron behind him. Lennon's looking for a move, possibly on Aaron. There we go. Into turn 1, doesn't look like anyone's making a move yet. Captain Chubbs making a move on Tom. Captain Chubbs moves up. He's on the inside of Tom. Tom's going to try and hold around the outside. He's not going to be able to there. So he gets the move done. So as you were though, for the field, nobody making a move yet. Everyone trying to catch up to the back of the car in front so they get DRS. Don't really without DRS around back here. We're sitting duck in a straight line unless you run an extremely high straight line setup. Aaron looks like he's much quicker than Catamies. He's right on the back of him. Lennon seems to be struggling at the moment. He's dropped off slightly off the back of Aaron. Still in DRS range though, but look at Aaron though, it's all over the back of Catamies. He's going to try, possibly, on this straight. Can anyone finally get past Catamies? This only took everyone 24 laps, but he might finally, as he's so close to the back of him. Go on board. Round the S's, Catamies with that really quite top speed moving away from them, and he's not got a DRS yet obviously because his safety car So sadly, it's actually worth for everyone at the moment. It's going to be the next lap. Will anyone get DRS actually? For any of these laps? I'm not entirely sure anyone will get DRS. Actually, you might think we'll get DRS maybe on the last lap for this straight coming down here. Is this straight big enough? I think Aaron's going to have to be a bit audacious, to be honest, to get past Katamis. From everyone else, there seems to be sitting tight at the moment. Scuba behind Casey Bernard. Outside of DRS range now. Lennon's just outside of DRS range of Aaron. Wesker's well outside of DRS range now with Lennon's 1 point. It's come down now at 1.5 there. Aaron much quicker for the gas station, pushing him. Obviously with that setup, that difference between them, Aaron's going to be so much quicker through that sector. And he's on the back of him, he's having a look. He's going to thought about having a look down the inside. He's way on the back of him now. Katamis is much more ERS though. Lennon's on the back of him, being held up massively here by Katamis. Imagine to hold him at the moment. Aaron's just trying to use his ERS there as much as possible. Lennon's going to have a bit more though. Aaron's getting enough nothing. And even in the slipstream, Katamis is moving away from the back of Aaron. Katamis is off here. DRS enabled, so they will get DRS on the run down to the next corner and the final corner. So Aaron needs an absolute monster lap here. Katamis will use all his ERS and he'll try and move away. I think Katamis might have done this here. Could be a lot of movement, I think, here around the final corners, maybe possibly. But I don't think it'll be for the lead here. Katamis just needs to keep his car in a straight line, needs to try his hardest to stay over a second, but I think he's going to be under a second here because Aaron's going to have so much extra grip and so much extra pace around here. Katamis, oh, a bit of a moment there. Both of them had a bit of a moment. He's gaining quickly though on the back of him. He's still got that bit of ERS. He's going to save it. Has Katamis got any ERS? He's got tons of ERS. He's saved it all for the final few corners. Aaron goes for it into the final few corners. As they go into the final corner, Katamis is going to have this here. He's not going to be able to get past him, I don't think. They're both going to use it. Katamis accelerates away, and Katamis is going to win this race. He's managed it with that setup, and he comes across the line in a few seconds time. Katamis is going to win Baku. Lennon's closing up to the back of Aaron, but he's not going to get there. Aaron takes P2, Lennon takes P3, Wesker's going to take P4, Case Manaz's going to take P5, City Posh is going to take P6, Corboy is going to take P7, Tom 8, Kelvin 9, Kieran 10. I did say Captain Giles, I think, would have struggled to get into the top 10 with what happened. He did struggle to get into the top 10. He's P11, Matman P12, and Scuba. What has happened to Scuba? Now he's got Renault in front of him. Why is he a lap down? Does that mean a glitch? With him disconnecting, possibly? Shouldn't be a lap down, so I'm assuming this is some sort of glitch with the game. And it's when it's disconnected and possibly it's put him a lap down when he's rejoined. Yeah, because it's definitely saying he's a lap down, which is strange. Long to go, but we're going to have to wait until Scuba crosses the line till the end. But we have got Katamis, who has won in Baku. Aaron takes P2. Scuba has left the session, so has confirmed it. So Katamis wins. Aaron and Len P2 and P3. driver of the day by the gamer's car boy. He moved up from the back of the field. He finished, I think, P6 or P7 car boy finished, and he started P17 right at the back. Got disqualified. P7 he finished, so understandably that's why he got a driver of the day. But there we go. Katami takes the race win for round 3 of Formula Performance. That rounds out this action for this evening. Also tomorrow we've got Dev 1 and then Dev 2 on Wednesday, and then GT1 and GT2 Thursday, Friday from Fuji. Next week for Performance, we are at... where are we at? We are at Netherlands, so we're at Zandvoort next week for round 4. But yeah, that concludes this evening's action for Performance. Katami takes round 3. See who gets round 4 next week as we take on Twisty Zandvoort. Yep. That's all for this evening. Have a lovely evening, and hopefully you'll join me again next week.